Boy. Test. 1, 2. Can somebody hear me? Scheduled for a 12:45 puck drop. Might be a few minutes after. Here come your junior Buccaneers. We will have Cora in goal this afternoon. Simon will play out. Warm-ups will start shortly, and we'll be underway here in a few minutes. Again, apologize for this morning. Hopefully this stays live this afternoon. Do everything I can to keep it live. It's a little bit of a tight setup here this afternoon. Not a ton of extra space between the glass and the ice. Hopefully the camera can keep up. You want a microphone?
That would get me in trouble.
Oh, I got to watch myself too.
They win this game, they're in the championship.
I believe so, yeah.
Right, because they'd have 3 wins.
Yeah.
Everybody else has 1 loss.
Right. And then they
would have 2 tiebreakers.
Right.
Tulsa could beat it tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
And then have it.
Right.
If Tulsa went 3-1, then we still have the tiebreaker with the other 2.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure it out all after.
I am the wrong person to tell you. I just try to get the stream live and not cuss on the live stream.
I should never look ahead anyway.
Hello, Chase. I can slide a little bit. I like to have this as close to center ice as I can.
Texting my wife saying I'm not sure it's going to be as good. I thought you wouldn't get up quite as high.
Yeah, I'm trying. We'll see how it goes here. All right, warm-ups are just about done. A few last stretches for the team. And we're about ready to get underway here. Okay, Des Moines will be in the red jerseys trimmed in white and blue. And the Carriage Club will be in white jerseys trimmed in red and blue. They have blue shoulders. We have all red jerseys. Bucs are getting picked up. We're about ready to get underway here. Again, the Bucs were victorious this morning in a early morning competition. Won that game 5-0, I believe, on the score sheet, but total of 6 goals scored. $13-minute period set on the board here. Again, Coral will be in net. All right. It'll be Easton, Kale, and Paxton with Tipsy and Zane at D. Kale picks it up right away off the faceoff, sends it in, goes into the far corner. Paxton picks it up, tries to center it, picked up there by the Carriage Club. Comes back out, played through neutral. Picked up by the Carriage Club. They get onsides at the line. That right there by Zane. Cora saw the shot all the way. Goes into the near corner, comes all the way up to the top of the zone. Goes off Easton shin pad. Picked up there by Paxton. Paxton with it. Paxton has a nice head of steam, and the guy picked his pocket. We still maintain possession in the zone. Still got a starting line out there for the start of the game. There's Kale with it. Top of the circle, makes a nice move. Goes top shelf and goes just over the top of the net. Grade A scoring chance there for Kale. Good early pressure so far. Comes right out to Paxton. He can't quite get it. Would have been on the backhand. Goes back behind the net. Comes up to the point. Zane with it. Zane fires it towards the net. Goes to Kale. Kale tries to center it for Easton. Goes into the near corner. Picked up by Kale again. He tries to stuff it home. Comes, squirts out to the circle. Easton hustles down to get it. Carriage Club comes away with it. Nice defensive play by Zane to keep it in. Paxton sends it back deep. Goes back behind the net. Chased down there by Kale. Kale gets it. Nope, turnover picked up there by the Carriage Club. Kale comes away with it from the corner. Tries to center it to Easton. A little too far out of Easton's reach. Comes out to center. Easton with a nice turnover pick up there through neutral. Now it's cleared out by the Carriage Club. 50 steps up. Kale comes back to support. Kale with a nice defensive move to get back and help out. Cora makes a nice save. 11:01 left in the first period. Second line out there for us. It'll be Hudson, Keith, and Atlas. Alex and Henry back on D. Keith plays it along the near boards. Comes free to a Carriage Club player. Covered there by Cora. She pushes it to the far or the near corner. Comes all the way around. Hudson chases it down. Pushed forward by Charlie. Charlie is out there, not Atlas, sorry. It's Charlie, Keith, and Hudson. Keith comes away with it. Tries to backhand it to get it back in the zone. Player, Charlie with it. Fights through it. A little bit of body contact. Goes back over to Henry on the far blue line. They get it in, but it's offsides at the line. Neutral zone face-off upcoming with 10:17 left. In the first period. Hudson on the draw, wins it, picked up by Keith. Keith's wrangled there for a second, but gets away from it. Hudson picks it up. Hudson with a nice burst of speed up the near boards. Hudson tries to backhand it, sticked away there by the goalie. Goes into the far corner, chased down there by a Carriage Club player along with Keith. Keith with it to the top of the zone. Keith picks it back up. Nice way to stay with it, Keith. They try to clear. Charlie chases it down, but they come out of the zone. Henry pinches in, makes a nice stick move to get it back in. Henry's still with it. Henry with a nice defensive play, or offensive play there to step up in there. Goes back to the point, picked up behind the net by Keith and a Carriage Club player. Goes to the near corner. Back there by Hudson. Hudson had it momentarily, gave it away, but fired it to the far side, got it back. Pushed back in deep there by Henry. Keith with it, stops it, tries to get it out front, blocked out there, goes into the near corner. Charlie and a player collide, but no penalty upcoming. Goes into the near or the far corner, picked up there by Henry. Henry still with it, tries to get it out of the zone, picked up by Charlie. He's got Hudson and Keith breaking. Onsides at the line, but he lost possession of the puck. Comes back out through neutral. Charlie tripped up on the play, gets back up. Keith tripped up on the play, gets back up. Miles tripped up on the play, and he gets back up. But the play is offsides. 8:38 remaining in the first period. Fresh set of skaters out there. It's Will, Atlas, and Chale with Simon and Miles back at D. Puck is down. Atlas on the draw. Goes to the far wall. Miles tries to pop it forward. Comes back out through center. Hustle down there by Simon. Simon gets it. Misplays it momentarily. Gets back. Will gets it. Will skates it up out of the zone. Comes back out. It's offsides at the line. Neutral zone face-off upcoming. 8:17 remaining in the first period. We're still scoreless. Cora's been tested. Other goalie's been tested. Good defensive play there. Goes into the far corner. Chased down by Chale. Pops it forward. Comes right to a Carriage Club player. Tries to center. Simon's got a lot of open ice. Overskated the puck momentarily, and Cora with the glove save. Outstanding save by Cora there.
Way to go, Vicky!
A defensive zone face-up upcoming with Atlas on the draw. Puck is down. Carriage Club player gets it back into the point. Turnover there, picked up by Atlas. Atlas with it, gets it out of the zone. They push it right back in. Simon picks it up. Atlas picks it back up. Turnover there again. Back there by Miles. Miles tries to flip it north to go forward to Will. Simon steps up, but they're offsides at the line. No, they got a yes, offsides at the line. .7:26 remaining in the first period. Easton on the draw with Paxton and Kale. Easton wins it, gets it forward. Hustle down there by Easton. Picks it up along the far boards. Tries to center to Kale. Kale takes a shot. Bad save there by the goalie. Picked up by the other team, the Carriage Club. They come out. Misplayed there at the blue line. Picked up again by Alex. Alex gets it up to Kale. Kale fires it far side to Paxton. Paxton tries to center it back. Comes right to Kale. Kale with it momentarily. Tries to backhand it. And he scores! Scoring for the Moines, number 91, Kale Sherwood. .6:53 remaining in the first period. Easton on the draw at center. Comes back to Phipsy. Picked up there by Zane. Zane plays it forward. Pops it up the boards. Gets it over to Paxton. Paxton with it along the far wall. Gets it over to Kale again. Kale had it momentarily but turned it over. Picked up there by Zane. Tries to fire it back forwards. Blocked down there by a defender. Comes back forward. Kale with it. Kale with a nice head of steam. Kale takes a shot. Deflected into the near corner. He fires it back on. Sticked away there by the goalie. Paxton picks it up. Backhands it. Tries to get back deeper. Intercepted there by the Carriage Club. Comes out through neutral. Nice play by Phipsy to knock it out of trouble. Pushes it along the far wall. Kale fires it back forward. Carriage Club intercepts right at their own blue line. Kale backhands it in again. They're onside at the line. Comes back out. Comes all the way down. Phipsy's got a hustle. Icing is going to be called. Icing on the play, so offensive zone faceoff upcoming. 5:51 remaining in the first period. Hudson on the draw with Charlie and Keith. Carriage Club picks it up. They skate it out of the zone. Carriage Club comes forward. Alex wiped out on the play. Gets it back up. Carriage Club player misplayed it momentarily. They got it back. Comes away with it is Keith. Keith tries to skate it out of the zone. Now it does come out. They're offsides at the line. Neutral zone face-off upcoming. Puck is down. Keith comes away with it. Keith with a nice head of steam. Keith gets up. It's Keith in all alone. Keith takes a shot. Oh, goes off the outside of the net. Goalie had it momentarily and it just trickled beyond him. Couldn't get the rebound. Comes up along the near boards. Played there by Hudson. Hudson with it. Hudson with a nice play. Keith overskates the puck momentarily. Gets it back. Keith has it. Kicks it to himself. Gets back in the zone. He's got Hudson streaking towards the net. Goes back behind the net. 4:55 remaining in the first period. Keith picks it up. Skates behind the net. He's got Hudson sitting right out front. Nobody picked up Hudson. Now they do. Intercepted there. Turnover. Picked up by the Carriage Club. Hudson with a nice back check. Hudson with a nice back check. Good back check by Hudson to break that up. Charlie gets it. But they're offsides at the line. That was too good to be true, unfortunately, and they were offsides. Atlas on the draw. Puck is down. Played into the near wall. Will with it. Carriage Club player intercepts it. Comes back out through neutral. Skates it in. Go get the puck. Simon picks it up in the far corner. Picked up by Will. Will skates it out of the zone. Nice play by Will. Will with a nice head of steam. He heads to the net with the puck. Takes a shot. Ooh, goes off the outside of the net. Comes right back out front. Rebound. And they can't send it home. Turnover. Picked up by the Carriage Club. Turn around, Miles. He turns around right at the right time to get it out of the zone. Atlas with a nice play. Gets it in on sides. A lot of screaming and yelling from the team. Oh, and it goes off the backside of the net. Hustle down there in the far corner. Chael tries to pick it up. That's a penalty upcoming. We will go on the penalty kill for a hook or a trip. Defensive zone face-off upcoming. Chael will sit for 1:30 for the tripping penalty. So we've got Easton, Zane, Fipsy, and Kale out there for the penalty kill. 3:32 remaining in the first period. Face-off taken by Easton, Zane gets it, tries to fire it up the far wall. Carriage Club player with it. Zane picks it back up, fires it high off the glass. Nice play by Zane to get it out of the zone. Just high off the glass. Got it out. Now Kale goes in. Kale hustles down, tries to get it. Carriage Club player comes away with it, skates through neutral. In on sides at the line with the head of steam. Carriage Club player with a lot of steam, but Cora was there to shut it down. Defended into the near corner, or far corner. Comes back up to the point. Sticks in lanes. Fipsy chases it down in the far corner. Fipsy, get the puck. Comes back up to the point. Player misplayed it. They got to regroup through neutral. We're down to 37 seconds left in the penalty to Chael. They try to get it back forward. Intercepted by Zane. Zane gets it up to Kale. Kale with it. Still with it. Kale with a nice play to get it in deep. Turnover, though, picked up by the Carriage Club. They pick it up along the spear wall. Kale, get your stick down. You're going to get a hooking call. Go get the puck there, players. Carriage Club player comes in. Cora shuts the goal again. Skates back through neutral. Easton with a nice play. Easton in all alone. Easton takes a shot. Oh, it's down there by the goalie. Power play is over for the Carriage Club. Back to 5-on-5. Puck goes down. Hudson chases after it. Hudson and a Carriage Club player collide in the corner. Hudson got back up, but the Carriage Club player slow to get up. Still slow to get up. So there will be a stoppage in play briefly, although the player did get back up. Coach comes out to check on him. Appears to be okay. So it'll be a offensive zone face-off upcoming. Couple fresh skaters out there for us. Charlie Hudson is still out there. Keith is out there. Alex and Henry back at D. Puck is down, picked up there along the far wall by Henry. Henry tries to center it, comes back to Keith. Keith overskates it briefly, gets it up to the top of the circle. Top of the zone. Can't keep it in. Turnover picked up by the Carriage Club. They skated through neutral. We're down to 1:06 remaining in the first period. Hudson picks it up. Hudson skates up the far wall. Nice play by Hudson. Comes right free to Keith, and he does the right thing to try to bang it home, but it doesn't go in. Charlie picks it up in the near corner. 52 seconds left in the first period. Charlie tries to center it, goes right back to the near corner. Carriage Club player overskates it, goes back and gets the puck, comes up to the top of the zone, can't maintain it. There it comes out. Carriage Club comes in 2-on-2 at the line. Henry with a nice defensive play. Comes back up through neutral. They got a touch back up. We're down to 29 seconds in the first period. Hudson and Charlie chase it down. Charlie wiped out on the play, but he gets back up. Keith with it. They got to regroup. And it's offsides at the line. .16 seconds left in the first period. Neutral zone face-off here on the near dot. Charlie on the draw. Charlie wins it forward. Comes right back out. Picked up by Alex right here at center. Pushes it back forward. It goes into the zone, but it's offsides. Keith was in still from the previous play and didn't get back in time. 6.9 left. Puck is down. Keith with a nice play to block it down. Shove, forces it towards the net, but that'll do it for the first period. Brief break here, and then we'll be back underway shortly. Teams will switch ends. All right, we're back for second period action. It'll be Atlas on the draw. Chael and Will with Miles and Simon back at D. Puck is down. Picked up there immediately by the Carriage Club. Will pushes it in the zone. It's onsides at the line. Will just loses possession of it momentarily. Tries to get it back. Pushes it in the far corner. Comes up to the point. Simon there. Fires it right back down. Goes down behind the net. Carriage Club fires it right back up the far wall. Simon with the shot tries to force it towards the goal. Met right there by a Carriage Club player and Simon. Miles sweeps it away, goes right back in the zone. Comes back out, played along the far wall. Will's run into, he gets free of that. Comes back over to Miles. Miles skates it up through center, pushes it forward. Goes all the way down, onsides at the line, no icing. As Miles got it over the red line before he sent it in. Comes back up to Miles at the point. He tries to fire it towards the net. Missed there briefly. Atlas with a nice shot from the corner, but it goes wide of the net. Carriage Club comes away with it. Skates through center. Miles swipes it away. Good defensive play there by Miles to sweep it into the far corner. Comes right back out to center, right high in the slot briefly, but Atlas comes away with it, and he's got Simon breaking. Simon stepped up in the play. Simon goes all the way down. Someone's got to stay back. Miles has nobody back there for him yet, but Simon does make the play to get back. Comes up, but all the way out of the zone. We got to regroup through center. Simon pushes it back forward, gets it to Chael. Chael pushes it in. Goes along the far boards. Played back behind the Carriage Club net. Comes around to the near side. Picked up by Atlas. Atlas gets it. Played out through center. Got to regroup through neutral. Miles gets it. Miles had it for a second. Easton there to support. Nice defensive play by Easton to get it back forward. Kale's out there. Couple fresh skaters. That'll be all the way down, and it should be icing. Offensive zone face-up upcoming with 10:32 remaining in the second period. Easton on the draw with Paxton and Kale. Puck is down. Easton tries to flip it over to Paxton. Comes up to Zane at the point. Zane takes a shot. Walk down there in front. Never made it to that. Paxton takes a shot. Walk down there again. Bodies are all over. And he scores. Scoring for the Moines, number 54, Easton Hoff. It was loose out front, and Easton sent it home. With 10:15 remaining in the second period, the score now reads Des Moines 2, Carriage Club Penguins 0. Easton on the draw here at center. Puck is down, comes right back over to Zane. Zane picks it up in our defensive zone. Comes back through neutral, comes all the way down, but that will be icing. Defensive zone faceoff upcoming. Defensive zone faceoff upcoming. Easton on the draw again. Easton on the draw. Kale takes a whack at it, tries to get it out of the zone. Comes back to Zane. Zane pushes it forward. Zane in all alone. Zane with the breakaway. One player to beat. It's the goalie. And he beats him. Scoring for Des Moines. Number 79, Zane beats. Zane with the nice hustle, popped the puck out of the zone and took it in on a breakaway. Hudson on the draw here at center. Pushed over to the far side. Comes back up to Keith. Keith skates it in. Carriage Club player pushes it away. They pick it up along the near boards. They try to push it forward. A little too far for Henry to reach, but no icing on the play. Alex picks it up, tries to push it up the wall to Hudson. Intercepted there by a Carriage Club player. Keith with a nice move to break up the play. It's out of the zone. Charlie skates away with it. Charlie gets it, tries to push it forward. Keith comes away with it. Keith and Charlie right along the blue line over there on the far side. Goes back down to the far corner. They try to pop it up the wall. They're keeping a lot of guys high. We got to hustle back because it's 2 on 2 at 3 on 2 on 3 at the line. Nice back check there by Hudson. Henry picks it up, corrals it behind the net, tries to fire it up the boards. Intercepted right there by a Carriage Club player. Hudson was on there too. Came back behind the net. Alex tries to push it back up out of the zone. Hudson with it. Hudson picks it up, gets it up to the far side, skates up the far wall. Hudson with a nice burst of speed, loses possession of the puck. Carriage Club player falls down on the play. No penalty upcoming, but the puck squirts all the way out of the zone. Alex wiped out on the play, gets back up, gets it to Keith. Keith with a nice head of steam. Keith strong on that stick. Just can't get a shot away. The player tied up his stick pretty good. Keith taken down in the corner. 7:50 remaining in the second period. Henry with it from the point. Goes all the way through into the far corner. Chased down there by Keith. Comes over to Atlas. Atlas and Keith have it. They fire it towards the net. Sticked away there by the goalie. Charlie centers it towards the net. Carriage Club intercepts before we could get a shot on goal. Play behind their net. Keith's down there, tries to center it. Comes right out to Atlas momentarily, goes right back behind the net. Keith again tries to center it, but it's turned over, picked up there by the Carriage Club. Atlas with a nice play to keep it in, but it comes all the way out. And we got to hustle off for a couple fresh skaters. But we're offsides at the line, so we will do it again from center. 7:01 remaining in the second period. Neutral zone faceoff upcoming with Atlas, Will, and Chale. Puck is down. Caught up in the ref skates momentarily, gets free, goes along the near boards. No penalty call. Will was taken out on the play. Carriage Club clears it, comes out through neutral. Simon back, nice backward skating there to stay with it. Comes free, top of the zone. Can't clear the zone though. Comes in on goal to Cora. She sticks it away to the near corner. They try to center it. Atlas with a nice defensive play to pick it up. Atlas skates it through center, tries to get it to Chael. Just too far for Chael to get it, and they're got to regroup because it goes in and out of the zone. 6:13 remaining in the second period. Chased down there by Atlas. He tries to center it for Will. Will takes a shot. Oh, goes off the goalie's glove and it goes into the near corner. Met right there by Miles. Miles with it. Gets it back. Miles has it. Fires it into the far corner. Will had it for a second. Picked up there nicely by Atlas. Puck bouncing around. Comes back through neutral. Miles tries to get it back forward, but it's too far. Nice defensive play there by Simon to get back. Now Miles with it. Tries to pop it back up and out of the zone. He does. Atlas tries to push it forward. He's got Will streaking, but it's offsides at the line. 5:23 remaining in the second period. Neutral zone faceoff upcoming. Easton on the draw with Paxton and Kale. Puck is down. Easton wins it forward. Goes right back in the zone. Easton tries to get it to Kale. Kale with it from the top of the circle. Gets it to Easton. Comes back to Kale. Had a nice little tic-tac-toe, but they couldn't send it home. Comes to the near corner. Picked up by Paxton. Overskates Miles. Gets it over. Tries to get it towards the net, but it's deflected over to the far wall. Carriage Club plays it forward. Simon with a nice back check there to get it before the Carriage Club could get in on sides. Pushed along to the near corner. Carriage Club gets there. Kale gets there. Kale intercepts it. Takes a shot. Fires it just wide of the net. The top corner was wide open. Simon fires it towards the net. Still loose out front. Carriage Club gets it back. Kale fires it again. Goes wide of the net. Squirts to the near side. Number 54, Easton Hoff. 3:40 remaining in this second period. Let's go, Bucs! Hudson on the draw. One forward there momentarily. Carriage Club gets it back. Met right there by Zane. Zane with a nice stick play there to push him into the corner. Player goes down. Holds Zane's stick. No penalty called. Could have been a penalty for holding the stick or interference. Charlie clears it out through neutral. Comes over to Hudson. Hudson skates it down the far wall. Hudson loses possession of the puck, but gets it back. Fires it towards the net. It comes wobbling right out front, but he can't get it home because there was nowhere there for a defender. He got time. Now he flips it back forward. That was Zane. Down to 2:54 remaining in the second period. Fipsy hustles down at it. Fipsy gets it. Pushes it along the... Tried to get it to the far wall, but it was intercepted there. Keith lays it out and intercepts it. Tries to fire it to the wall. Zane with a nice play again to get it up and get it out. Skates through neutral. Pushes it back forward. Carriage Club chases it down. Onsides at the line, but it pops right back out. We got to get back onsides. Keith waits just long enough. Goes into the far corner. Far wall. Comes back through neutral. We got to get back on sides, but we don't in time. And it'll be a neutral zone faceoff. .205 remaining in the second period. Atlas on the draw with Chael and Will. Henry and Alex back at D. Comes to Henry, fires it forward, goes into the zone but doesn't get very deep. Met right there by a Carriage Club player, goes back behind the net. Carriage Club clears the zone. Carriage Club with it still. Sticked away there by Cora. Still loose. Still loose. Cora with the save. No goal. Up. Maybe never crossed the line. Defensive zone faceoff upcoming. Let's go, Bucs. 1:30 remaining in this middle period. Puck is down. It's right to the back to the circle. Atlas fires it all the way down. Is it going to have enough for icing? Yes, it does. Icing on the play. Go back into the defensive zone. 1:21 remaining in the second period. Puck is down. Atlas on the draw. Sticked away there nicely by Cora. Goes into the far corner. Henry tries to fire it up and out of the zone. He's collision along the far boards. Comes back free. Carriage Club picks it up in the top of the circle. They skate it down towards the near wall, or far wall, excuse me. But Cora's there to make the save with the shot on goal. 1:01 remaining in the second period. Atlas on the draw. Loses it momentarily, tries to clear the zone. Will takes a night, kind of gets tangled up, but gets down and maybe blocked it momentarily, got back up. Henry with it. Atlas clears the zone. Chael hustles towards it. Chael still with it. Chael with it. He's knocked down on the play. No penalty call upcoming. Henry hustled back, 30 seconds left in the period. They try to clear the zone. Alex is there to push it back in. Atlas picks it up, goes all the way over to the far wall. Atlas hustles down after it. Atlas gets it back momentarily, but then loses possession of it. Bodies flying everywhere, and we are offsides. Neutral zone face-up coming up. 15.3 seconds left. Atlas on the draw with Chael and Will. Puck is down. Goes to the far wall. Atlas gets it back. Picked up there by the Carriage Club. They get it back in. Down to 4 seconds left. Got to take a shot here. Tries to flip it forward. And that is it for the second period.
Where's all the penalties?
I'm glad we left them in the first game. Third period upcoming. 13 minutes on the clock. Puck is down. Well, Charlie's, it sounds like Zane's stick got broken. Glove save there by the goalie. Easton on the offensive zone face-off. Comes over to Paxton. Tries to fire it. Goes into the far corner. That down there by Easton. Comes to the near wall. Kale hustles towards it. Comes back. Easton with a nice play to break it up. They try to fire it up the wall again. That right there by Easton again. Goes over to Kale. Kale with it. Nice move, Kale. Kale tries to take a shot. Blocked down there by a Carriage Club player. Comes up the near boards. Comes up, but all the way out of the zone. Miles there to support. That's offsides, so they will redo it at neutral. Easton on the neutral zone faceoff. Puck is down, won by Kale. Kale with it. Tries to skate it forward. Turned over momentarily. Penalty upcoming for a trip. Go. Penalty kill upcoming for a trip to Kale. So, 11:55 remaining. Hudson on the draw with Charlie and Will. No, that's Alex. Goes back behind the net of Cora. Chased down there by Henry. Tries to pop it up the boards. Hops over one Carriage player's stick, but they get it back. Now it's out of the zone. They got to get back on sides. Now they do. Comes back to Henry. Henry swipes it right back forward. Comes all the way out of the zone. Charlie hustles down after it. Charlie comes away with the puck. Tries to center it. Goes all the way through the crease. Picked up along the near boards. That right there by Hudson. Breaks up the play momentarily. Player skates away with it. Charlie falls down on the play, but gets back up. Swept away there nicely by Alex. Goes right up to the goal. Comes back. Henry fires it out of harm's way. Picked up there by Hudson. Hudson gets it up the far boards. Turned over there. Picked up by the Carriage Club. They skated in. They're onsides at the line. Don't reach for it. Go get it. Flipped up by Alex. Doesn't clear the zone. We're down to 10:34 remaining in the game. 9 seconds left on Kale's penalty. Henry corrals it behind the net. Sends it all the way up the wall to Hudson. Penalty is over. Back at full strength. Played along the near boards. They try to fire it in. Met right there by Alex. Comes back up to the point. Goes off a Hudson shin pad. Comes right to Charlie. Overskates it momentarily. Then they fire it right back into the near corner. Carriage Club player with it for a second, but it goes back behind the net. Henry chases it down. Hudson's there to support. Hudson comes away with it. He's tripped up on the play. No penalty call upcoming. Alex flips it up, comes out of the zone. Keith chases it down, but he's tripped up on the play. Gets back up. They're onsides at the line. Henry with a nice defensive play to break it up. Comes all the way out. Keith hustles down after it, but it's picked up before he could get there by a Carriage Club player. Played into the far corner. That right there by Hudson. Hudson takes it away, but tripped up on the play. Gets up. Comes back to Atlas. Atlas with it. Nice move there by Atlas. Nice stick handle. Can't get a shot away. Comes out of the zone. No, it doesn't. Dipsy with a nice play to keep it in. Comes free to Hudson. Hudson fires just over the net. Comes back free. It's still loose. Offensive zone faceoff upcoming with 8:55 left in the game. Face off the offensive zone on this near side. Atlas on the draw. Dipsy. Zane. Back at D. Will's out there. Shale's out there. Zane picks it up. Fires it forward. Atlas overskates it momentarily. Gets it back. Comes right to Will. Will with it. It's one-on-one. Will makes a nice move, but he can't get a shot away. Atlas gets it. Gets the rebound and sends it home. Scoring for Des Moines, number 12, Atlas Coleman. That was a beauty. Backhand, top shelf. They played well on that shift together. Everybody supporting everyone. 8:29 left. Comes free. Atlas picks it up. Has it momentarily. Turned over. Picked up there by Will. Will skates it in on the near side. Tries to center it. It's loose out front. Atlas looking for a second. Can't quite get it on there. Dipsy chases it down after he tumbled quickly. Got back up. Comes out through neutral. Zane's got to hustle back. This player's got good speed. Comes into the top of the circle. Takes a shot. Well, saved down there by Cora. Cora with a nice defensive play there to stop any sort of rebound from coming free. Easton on the draw. Comes free to the top of the slot. They fire it right back. Goes behind the net. Kale picks it up. Fires it to the near side. Doesn't get out of the zone. Easton gets it up. Gets it out. It's Easton one-on-one. Oh, they made a nice move to break up the scoring play. Comes right free all the way to the far side. Zane hustles down to get it. Zane with it. Zane takes a shot. Blocked down there. Goes into the far corner. Paxton sends it around. Comes all the way over. Picked up by Easton. Gets it up to the point. And Carriage Club comes away with it. They swipe it towards the net, but don't get much on it. Push right back out of the zone. Nice play to clear the zone immediately. Boat went to Paxton, and then Easton hustled down in the zone. Kale picks it up now. Kale with it. Kale with a nice move. Takes a shot. Goes off the goalie's mask. Free out front. It's in the top of the slot. It's still loose. Who wants it? Comes free. Comes through neutral. Carriage Club player skates in on the far side. They got someone breaking towards the net, but they can't get it to him. Broken up nicely there. Comes to the far or the near wall. Comes out of the zone. Kale hustles after it. Paxton hustles after it. Stay with it, Pax. Comes back to Kale. All the way up to the top of the circle. Comes out of the zone. Simon out there to support. Simon gets it. Simon flips it forward right to Easton. Nice play. It's Easton in all alone. Easton on a breakaway. Takes a shot. Oh, went off the goalie's pad into the near corner. Simon pinching in there to support. Simon hustles back to the point. Hudson chases it down. Comes out of the zone. Carriage Club chases it down. They call icing on the play. Offensive zone faceoff upcoming with 5:23 remaining in a running time, third period. Charlie with it along the near boards. Goes down to Hudson. Hudson tries to center. Goes all the way through to the far side. Heath chases it down. Comes free, back up to the point. Simon plays it, tries to push it back to that far corner. Charlie stick with it. Miles takes a shot, blocked down there briefly. Keith takes a shot, blocked down there by the goalie, goes back behind the net. Hudson chases it down. Hudson pinned up along the wall on the far side. Comes free to Keith. Keith tries to center it, goes off of a player's skate. Goes back along the far boards. Keith with a nice hustle to get back. Break it up before they could clear the zone. Hudson takes a shot. Blocked away there by the goalie. They skated out of the zone. Simon with a nice stick lift to break up a scoring chance. Comes back free to Keith. Keith with it. Skates down the near boards. Tries to get it over to Hudson. He does. Comes back free to Charlie. Comes over to Miles. Miles tries to fire it towards the net. Charlie with it. Stay with it, buddy. Keith fires it back towards the net. Gets blocked down there. Simon with a nice play to get it back in deep. Hudson runs or hustles after it. Comes back up the near boards. Comes out through neutral. Picked up there. Miles takes a swipe at it, but they're offsides at the line. Again, we're in running time, so we're down to 3:25 remaining in the third period. Face off on the near side at neutral. It'll be Atlas on the draw. Atlas gets it. Briefly turned over, gets it right back. Comes back free to Atlas. Atlas, good job staying strong on that stick. No, they picked his pocket. They came back out through neutral. Henry wipes it, tries to wipe it away, but he's wiped out on the play. Goes back along the far boards. Atlas with it. Makes one move, but then loses possession. Picked up there by a Carriage Club player. They skated out of the zone through neutral. We're down to 2:34 left. No penalty call upcoming. Maybe should have been one, but they didn't call it. Chael hustles after it, but they clear it back to neutral. Now Henry's got to make a nice defensive play. They got to get back in, but they're offsides at the line. 2:14 remaining in this third period. Atlas on the draw. Will and Chael. Atlas wins it back to Alex. Comes back up the near boards. Picked up by Will momentarily. He had it for a second, then it popped off his stick. Turned over. Chael hustles down into the offensive zone. Oh, they tried to get it out of the zone, but could have had a grade A scoring chance, but couldn't quite connect on it. Henry with a nice defensive stick move there. Atlas sweeps it into the far corner. We're down to 1:28 remaining. Comes back free. Oh, Cora stopped it. Kind of fooled her, I think, for a second, but she got it right back. Stoppage in play with 1:13 remaining in the game. Easton on the draw. Puck is down. We're down to 1 minute remaining in the game. Less than. Zane with a nice head of speed again. It's Zane and Easton. Zane with it. Zane still with it. Tries to fire it on net. Goes just wide of the goal. 42 seconds left. Easton with it momentarily. He gets his pocket picked. Easton. Zane, no, that was Zane, sorry, that went down along the far board. No, that was Paxton, I apologize. Shot on goal by Cale, saved down there by the goalie. We're down to 26 seconds left. Again, appreciate everybody watching this afternoon. We play bright and early tomorrow at 7. So again, have your coffee. Don't forget to set your clock ahead an hour tonight. Wake up bright and early with us. Couldn't tell you where we're playing, but it'll be early. 3 seconds left. And that'll do it. Final score reads, your Des Moines Jr Buccaneers 5, Carriage Club Penguins 0. Great game for the Bucs today. They played well as a team. Excellent, excellent game. Good game, Cora. We're all but guaranteed to be playing at 11:30 tomorrow. That'll do it.